Hey guys, it's JH. Welcome to the practice tee. Okay, today just going to carry on and follow on a little bit about that process of Ayres, the most powerful move in golf, and the twirl factor. And I said I would probably start to recall some of the things that Marty and I spoke about, and some of the things that Marty told me were sort of intrinsic requirements of the process. And one of them, guys, was, okay, we'll just revise a bit. Okay, we know that the twirl is this. Marty used to do this. He said if you want to get a feeling of what the hand is, the hand motion is, it's this. Going to talk to somebody on the phone. There it is. That's what it feels like at the top. We used to do that at clinics. There it is. So it's from here to here. Now the back portion of it here is what he calls the dump. It's the automatic dump. The good thing about this swing, guys, is that in these mechanics is that when you employ them, when you get here and you get this momentum of the twist and the curling in the backswing here and the winding, it's actually a winding process. That winding gets to the point here that when you start down here, that winding automatically unwinds itself. So the good thing about the downswing is, guys, you're basically just hanging on to the golf club and not worrying about what's going to happen there. There's no thought process associated with putting the club on the ball. Well, a good player doesn't do that anyway, but some of the club players might do that, and this will eliminate for you the club player or the player removed from the better player. And I never say that in a disparaging manner or innuendo. All it is that there are elite players, there are better players, and there are players that are not as good as a better player, but have capabilities to get there. So that's the point I'm making. So with this twirl, guys, the feeling is this. As we come up, this comes in, which we said the other day. Hello, here. Now we went through that the other day, and you can go on to YouTube and pick up some of Ayres' videos and information about the twirl, and even Steve Elkington has a bit there if you're a subscriber or a member of his Secret Golf website, because Marty taught Steve for a while when Steve nearly won that PGA a few years back. And Steve went from hitting it pretty ordinary in the start of that season, where he looked like he was going to lose his card because he'd earned no money, and in 1 month Marty took him from someone who was going to lose his card and not playing very well to almost winning the PGA and being the oldest winner of the PGA. Only lost out on the playoff by 1 stroke, and it was just an unfortunate bounce on the 17th hole where it went over the back of the green. But so that's what the swing did for Steve. Okay, so here we go, we're here. Now guys, what I also want to highlight here is, please don't take me to task for not doing this in my golf swing. This is an intention. It's an absolute intention. And again, something that Ayres said that has so much validity associated with it. Marty says when you're doing it at this speed here, you can create this look about it and this process. As it gets faster, the look disappears, to the extent that in a normal golf swing it basically disappears altogether. But what doesn't disappear is the intention and the commitment for the containment. That never ever disappears. It may look entirely different to what we're doing here. This is explanation phase, guys. Explanation phase. I mean, some people have been taking me to task saying, well, you're not doing what you say you're doing. Well, I think I'm doing it, and the intention is there, and clearly the intention is different, and it's applying itself because my ball flight's different. If I wasn't doing something different, I wouldn't get a different ball flight. Elementary, dear Watson. So it may not look any different, but the intention is there. And you put that intention in your golf swing and you'll get a different result as well. So I don't really want guys coming on saying, you know, what you're doing here in slow-mo is not what you're doing in your golf swing. Well, Martin Ayres doesn't do that either. But his intention is huge. And the difference in the ball strike is huge as a result of the intention. I just want to get that clear, because I've had a couple of guys of late that I don't know why they go to the lengths they do to make the comments that they do. But again, that's part of being on a public forum. And that's why I've never promoted my site, guys, for that reason, because I don't want to get involved with people that really can't see for looking. And I was taken to task for some guys saying, oh, you've only hit a couple of balls on that video. Well, what do you want to see? Do you want to see me hitting golf balls and not understand what I'm doing? Or listen to me telling you what I'm doing and then hit a couple of balls after the explanation? There's no point. I could hit 1,000 shots on a video. It's not going to do you any good because you don't know what I'm doing and you don't know what my intention is. And you've got no way of being able to determine that unless I tell you. So it's better to listen than watch most of the time with JH's videos. Do both. But there's no point in me just coming out and hitting copious quantities of golf balls and not telling you what it's about. It's like a guy going out to learn to do competitive driving, advanced driving. He can go around with the instructor all day and watch the instructor, but if the instructor doesn't tell him, and I used to be an advanced driving instructor, so race instructor, so if you're not telling the student precisely what you're doing, the student's never going to pick it up. You have to verbalise what's happening. So anyway, guys, I just had to be in my bonnet because some people just don't understand that. They just want to see shots. But that's not the point. Okay, so here we are. We're doing this here. Now what Marty talks about is once we've got to here in the backswing is this process of hitting it with the back as a feeling of the back of the golf club, like that. And his process of doing that is that way. It's not this way. He'll go here, and then it'll be this feeling here. And he calls it the dump. He just dumps the golf club there, or lets the club dump. Goes here, and then just lets it dump there. He sits and he lets it dump. Now today, this is just going to be about learning how to get the dump in the action. The dump process, here. What am I feeling? Okay, I'm looking convoluted, guys, because I've got this here because I'm still learning it again or getting back to picking it up again. And I'm in here because I'm pre-twirled. That's a pre-twirl look here. I find it harder to do it from there. But I mean, you can do it from there clearly. But I want to get this pre ice cream scoop here for me. Beautiful day today, guys. Just summer type weather, just ridiculous. And I've been in the gym all morning, so I shouldn't be trying to hit balls without any practice shots, but it doesn't really matter. What we're trying to do is explain the process. But I think with a system like this, if we're thinking about it, we'll get a result. We don't have to really warm up that much. And one of the guys on the site on my channel has said that he can do it okay with a short club, a wedge or an iron or something, but has a bit of difficulty with the longer clubs. Well, that's only because you're not really taking the extra time of the motion for the longer golf club. You've got to give it time, guys. You've got to wind it up more and just give it time. Just feel very leisurely when you do it. Now, when you see me in this golf swing here, I'm going to look very, very similar to my normal golf swing. But I can tell you, and I can tell you absolutely and categorically, that there is no sameness in my intention or the feeling that I have for this process. Absolutely nothing like my normal feeling. And the shots that I've hit as a result of it have had entirely different ball flight. So I'm clearly doing something else. So it's intention-based that will give you a result. Now the other thing is that Marty said was, once he got the twirl, once he got the containment here, he never gave the containment up, ever. Once it was contained, it's still contained, it's still contained, it's still contained. He wants to hold that containment right through the shot while dumping it at the same time. But once you've got it, guys, don't give it up. You don't have to think about release. The release will happen automatically. And that was the point that Marty was making. In that once you've got this, you just keep winding it. You keep winding it till you can't wind it anymore. And then, which is basically down here. But the club will come back and reflex action, unspring load itself. All right, we'll just hit a couple of shots. We've got a 5-iron. Dead cold. Now this is a good test, guys. The chances of me hitting this shot here normally, you're never going to time the first ones when you're dead cold. Although I never have any warm-ups when I play golf. I never hit shots before I hit off. And I've always done that. I just might have a few looseners and a bit of stretching, but I don't hit any shots because I want to be very, very specific about orientation for playing golf, not for hitting practice balls. Okay, so we're going to orientate for a shot here. There's a tree out here with a whole bunch of Australian, what we call galahs out there in the tree, parrots, and there's hundreds of them sitting in a tree up there. I'm glad they're up there because they're so noisy. Okay, so we're just going to, and I'm still playing the grip down, guys, to the Cobra F7 length. So okay, guys, here we go, and we're just going to dump it. We're going to dump it there on the back of the golf club. Try and hit it with the back of the golf club. It's so hot here, guys, that my hands are sweating. Must be about 27 degrees Celsius. All right, we'll wind it up and see if we can hit one. Oh, that's stiff. That's a stiff swing. That is really stiff. That's better. That first one, I don't think I got the club back past my knees. Now, as you'll see, guys, it looks it looks like my normal golf swing, but it's not because that ball flight's so different. Okay, I'm going to dump it back here. Perfect. It's very paintbrushy in the action, guys. It's here. And Marty talks about the club moving into him as the first movement. Comes this way, which is the containment. It goes this way. Doesn't go that way, it goes here. And that's what's hard to get the feel of for, when you're starting. I mean, I have difficulty with that because I always want to extend. And I still do extend, but I feel like I don't. I mean, they're just laser straight. The swing's pretty short, and the contact's not super, but you'd still hit the, you'd still probably get it on the green, because they just dead straight. And that'd be in the hole. So now I'm moving an inch. Well, they probably are moving an inch, but it's an exaggeration. But for all intents and purposes, they don't look like they're moving when you swing. Okay, and I'll wind this up, and I'll really back dump it. Just no movement on the ball, zero. And it's a very leisurely type swing, isn't it? But it's got lots of hoot on it. Lots of hoot on it. Not moving. All those balls went probably 10-foot circle. I mean, they really are. They're just in a 10-foot circle. Now that's the thing that you get when you really do load it. I mean, that just flew the circle, and that's only because I'm getting used to it and got a little bit of confidence in it, but that just flew the circle. That just went miles. And that's just gone 2 miles. That's very leisurely, guys, isn't it? Incredibly leisurely. Now, this is what I do when I'm trying to instill something. I hit, you know, quite a lot of balls, but I hit them to a specific target. And I'm just trying to sort of incrementally instill. Okay, so get a bit more turn going, Jade. Just don't move. And that one was probably 3rd groove. I mean, I felt it. You couldn't see it in the ball flight, but I felt it. It still went great. Okay, now get the back dump. A lot of back dump. All right, now I'll really load this. I'm warm after those shots. We'll just really wind this up and really back dump it. And I'll try and have a little bit of sit in this. Yeah, guys. That's 5 iron going 4 iron distance. Oh, that's long. And that may not look any different, but that felt like there was a lot more twirl and a lot more wind in it. May have not looked that different, but it was. It will really wind it. And that was even, well, that's crazy. That's crazy distance. It's good, guys. It's good, and I haven't revisited it for a long time. I can't hit it better than that. You hear that all the time, but I can't hit it better than that. Wow, that's long. Whew, what was that out there? Okay, looks like JH's normal swing, but guys, there's nothing like JH's normal intention or thought process. Oh, Marty, thank you, Marty, my friend, my buddy. You're a great guy, Marty. Marty said one day it'll just fall into place for you, JH. And after the absence of being away from it, I came back and I really understood it better. That's just gone forever. Okay, we're going to really back dump this. Okay, it's just, I can't believe how easy, well, how good the flight is. It's just blowing out there and they're exactly the same. Okay, I'll do it smoother and just get a little bit more timing in it. It's really good. Okay, more timing, or more time in the swing. Like that. Okay, my swing is brisk anyway, we know. Really put some iron on rubber. Like that. That's 3 iron distance, guys. 5 iron. That's what you can do when you twirl it and you contain it, and as Marty says, you don't give up the containment. That's when it goes. I mean, that was just killer time. In America they say Miller time, that was killer time. Okay, just turn it, wind it, Jay. I wish you could see that bloody ball flight. I'm hitting a lot of balls, guys, because I'm learning this myself. That's what I'm doing, I'm learning it myself. I'm going back to it. Okay, we'll really wind this one up. So simple. Okay, more backload. I'm thinking about the twirl, but I've got to backload it more. Got to dump it more. Backload and then dump. Just dump it more. It's amazing, and you think about it and you think I've got to do that, but I didn't do it. Still went good. Okay, backload it here. Dump it there. Like that. That felt like that as a thought. Just so long. Killer time. Okay, dump it there, JH. As a feeling. It's funny, you know, it's just so automatic. You think, you know, like, I'm not thinking about anything but dumping it there. Not getting the club to the ball ever. Not thinking about that. That does not come into my thinking at all. I'm going to dump it there. That's the feeling. That's the best shot. That's the best shot I've had since I've started back with it. That's just so strong. Okay, a couple more shots, guys, and I'll turn the camera around. We'll hit a couple down range. Come on, Chase. Really big lot of back dump. Gee, that's good. Okay, guys, we'll just quit here on video 1 and we'll come back and we'll hit some shots down range. So you might see a bit of ball flight maybe.